Sean Kirkpatrick spreads more disinformation and a whole lot more. It's time for another UFO news roundup. So get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like and subscribe and let me know what you think in the comments below. Okay, yeah, recently the lovely Dr. Sean Kirkpatrick, who is very active now that he has retired from AARO, interestingly, suspiciously, well, he was on with Peter Bergen, and you can listen to the full thing at your leisure. I'm not going to listen to it. But one of the takeaways was, among other things, he suggests the metallic orbs seen all over the world may likely be next generation Chinese drones. So according to the lovely Dr. Sean Kirkpatrick, it's all Chinese tech. I guess that explains Roswell and everything else, so case closed. I love it. You keep on trying, Sean. You keep on trying. No, we're not buying it. Yeah, we weren't buying it before, and we're not buying it now. But it is interesting how active he is now that he has left AARO, ostensibly. And John Greenwald has this interesting tweet. Despite the goal of having the U.A.P. historical review by the end of Dr. Sean Kirkpatrick's tenure as head of AARO, the website shows absolutely nothing has been published, and Dr. Kirkpatrick is long gone. So why has the historical review not been published? I guess they haven't been able to scrub out Roswell yet or any of the other great encounters over the years. I don't know what's going on there, but apparently it's a whole lot of nothing. But Chris Sharp isn't having any of Sean Kirkpatrick's shenanigans. Here's a new article, January 22nd. Former UFO office director's opinions draw scrutiny on impartiality in investigation handling. Love it. A recent opinion article written by Dr. Sean Kirkpatrick, the lovely former director of AARO, has prompted concerns regarding the impartiality in handling of the office under his leadership. In the article published in Scientific American, Kirkpatrick took swipes at whistleblowers under threat from reprisals and current members of Congress currently investigating U.A.P. And it goes on talking about what he alleged. Liberation Times has learned that first-hand witnesses to retrieval and reverse engineering programs relating to non-human materials have supported Grush's allegations, and so have other governmental sources which were not associated with previous U.A.P. programs referenced by Dr. Kirkpatrick in his article. Grush confirmed that he did decide to approach AARO staff, but held reservations regarding the way information was handled. On request of a senator in late October 2023, I have been in communication via email with AARO staff and have been willing to work on an interview arrangement. AARO staff have been unwilling to address in writing the specific handling of classified compartmented information, such as the CIA Directorate of Operations compartmented data on human sources and non-UAP related but adjacent compartmented programs. I take my obligations to protect sources and methods extremely seriously. So there you go. I'll let you read the full article at your leisure. But Chris Sharp is standing up against Sean Kirkpatrick's lies, and I love it. Meanwhile, check this out. Dr. Pippa Malmgren, who is a geopolitical analyst with apparently some inside information, is talking about the 40-plus whistleblowers that have been giving testimony over the last 5 years. So let's give a listen. It's audio only, but let's give a listen.
Correct. They had 5 years of private hearings where over 40 senior intelligence and defense officials came in and explained what they knew and understood. So they are loaded with a lot of evidence. The question is, what are they, how can they act on it? And of course, the public, until the public knows who those 40 witnesses are, they're like, yeah, whatever. They don't really get that that's for real. But I think there's no question that it is. And part of the efforts to intimidate David Grush and to shut this whole subject down is to stop those 40 people from becoming publicly known. But the actual impact is that I think these witnesses are coming forward and more.
Well, let's certainly hope so. Let's hope they don't intimidate them into silence or suppress the names of these whistleblowers. I guess now it may be imperative to get those names out into the public purview so that they can't, use that to keep suppressing this vital information and this vital testimony from these direct witnesses into these UFO programs. Meanwhile, check this out. Wisconsin lawmaker introduces bill that allows pilots to report UFOs without professional retaliation. And I'm sorry about all the ads on this, but look what happens when I go to Immersive Viewer. It's just a bunch of nothing. So I didn't like the Immersive Viewer, so we're going back to the ads. Sorry. But yeah, a Wisconsin congressman has introduced legislation that would allow pilots and other aviation-related employees to report UFOs without fear of professional retaliation or having their competency called into question. Additionally, federal employees would be protected from termination or suspension of security clearances for reporting UAPs, commonly known as UFOs. And that congressman is Representative Glenn Grothman. So it's wild to me that there is still this retaliation and that they need congressional protection against this retaliation. But apparently that's a thing, and somebody is actually doing something about it. In addition to Ryan Graves, who has been hugely instrumental in getting aviators, giving them the ability to speak without fear of retaliation. So, yeah, great stuff for progress. Meanwhile, from Ronnie Vernet, Rare Vision creators just confirmed the alleged Varginha ET video was made using their app filters. Yep, that was done with our app. I wrote the code. I know the look. Very flattering. So there you go. One more piece of evidence that the Varginha alien footage that was released a few days ago is bogus. At the very least, the footage was manipulated, so the whole thing can probably be written off. But yeah, at the very least, the footage was manipulated. Meanwhile, check this out. This was sent to me by Tim Clark, who did me a huge favor because I have been looking for this footage for years. I saw it years ago, and then it vanished, and I could never find it again. But this was caught live by a news station. Check it out. Check it out. One of the best UFO sightings I've ever seen. I just love it. Look at all these little UFOs just flying around anomalously. I can say it. Check it out. They're just like swarming like tadpoles. Yeah, it's crazy. Look at that. I mean, that's just nuts. You can't explain that, I don't think, by mundane means. But if you disagree, let me know what you think could be the mundane cause for this amazing UFO sighting. Now, in Mexico, they get flotillas of UFOs not infrequently. And they'll see 100 UFOs in the sky at a time, all moving in the same direction, all as part of a fleet or a flotilla. But here they are, just kind of swimming around, just kind of flying around, having fun in the sky, doing whatever they're doing. Looks like they're having a party up there. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. Meanwhile, check this out from Casper site. We have 2 new witnesses to the Miami Mall alien attack, or whatever it was. I told you I wasn't going to cover it anymore until new witnesses came forward or more credible information came forward. These 2 witnesses seem very credible, but, obviously, it's just a witness account. We don't have any pictures or videos or anything like that. But what we do have is a lack of videos. There has been no CCTV footage released from the mall, no body cam videos released from the 100 plus police cars that were there. And we have these witnesses saying they saw crazy stuff that went down in the mall. So let's give a listen to what happened on that day, according to this witness and his sister. I'll probably only play him. I'll let you watch the full video at your leisure, and I'll link to it below.
It seems like you believe that too. how did this all happen from the Hard Rock to the Bayside Mall? Just kind of walk us through. First off, why were you even at the Hard Rock?
Well, my sister came down to visit me, so I took her down to Miami to the Hard Rock down there to do a little gambling, have a little fun, and we got tired of gambling for a little bit, and she wanted to do some shopping, to go out and buy some stuff for the kids, take back home. So I said, the mall's not too far from here. Let's go to the mall. So that's what we did.
Like 40, 50 minutes away, something like that.
Yeah, and went in the mall. We were gonna get something to eat while we were there and everything. But we're walking around, just kind of looking and everything. And all of a sudden, I hear these people started screaming. I'm not sure if I heard gunshots to begin with. We heard something like pop, pop, pop.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't really sound like a gun to me. But then these people are running by us. They're panicking. And I'm going, oh, fuck, what do? We walk into a movie scene? Because there's film production scenes going on. Maybe we slipped by and maybe they're making a movie.
Right.
But these people are running. They actually knocked my sister down for a second. She got up and she was scared. I was kind of scared. I thought it was, maybe someone's in there shooting at people, which happens. And then I seen like 2 or 3 SWAT guys run past me, and I looked the way they were going, and I could see it looked like these big, tall, maybe 10, 12 foot tall. The best I can say is they looked like they were shadows, but yet, they wouldn't. They were solid. You could tell they were solid. And they were tall. Kind of make you think of the average alien that you see on TV, the big, tall.
Did it
alien.
look like an alien? Like the shadow of an alien?
It looked humanoid, but not humanoid. And
because no human that we know of is 10 or 12 feet tall. So,
Yeah, I don't know any 10-foot tall humans either. And his sister also goes on talking about this and relaying it from her perspective. And from their account, the reports of the 10-foot tall shadowy beings at the mall are legit. And basically the story that we've been hearing about people fleeing from these things and police are running toward them. Although I don't think I've ever heard the SWAT part of it before, but of course that makes sense if this were a threat to people. So, really interesting story. Now, this gentleman does, as you can see by his green light, he is a ghost hunter. He does have a paranormal channel. So, if that, disposes you against what he says, then I understand. I am a former ghost hunter myself. That's how I got into the weirder aspect of all of this. I didn't actually intentionally seek out ghosts. I didn't believe in ghosts. I thought this was all alien technology. And I was studying aliens through a backdoor method. But I quickly realized, no, it's not alien technology. These are freaking ghosts or whatever they are. So anyway, there's that. But yeah, so he is a paranormal guy, but he does go on to say that these beings are not paranormal, that they are alien. So I thought that was an interesting distinction for him to make. And but there you go, 2 new witnesses talking about their experiences at the mall that day. Obviously, I would love some pics or video. I would love for the mall to release the footage of what happened. That would pretty much kill this conversation if nothing anomalous went down that day. So why haven't they released that footage? Why were there 100 plus police cars there at the scene? We don't know. We don't know, guys, but let me know what you think. Oh, and thank you, Hank, for sending me this awesome link. I really appreciate it. Meanwhile, from Claus, it appears Enigma Labs is altering UFO reports they've pulled from MUFON. Users were also getting a 307 temporary redirect after clicking the incident report link shortly after a complaint was posted to their Reddit AMA thread. So yeah, that's crazy. When you guys pulled my report from MUFON, you changed details and added all this stuff I never said and took away key aspects of the encounter. Not to mention, you made me sound like I wrote my report while having a stroke. Why did you do this? Receipts below. And I'll link to all this and you can follow each lead. If you don't know Enigma Labs, we are Enigma Lab. We are Enigma Labs. We have created an app for U.A.P. sighting reports and information. Ask us anything. Enigma is the trusted, frictionless place to report a sighting in the largest queryable UAP database in the world. Our platform continues to run machine learning on over 270,000 citizen and military reports across every country, awarding every sighting an anomaly score based on multivariate models. We are building tools for everyone to deconflict sightings with identifiable variables, glean insights, and connect to other people with similar sighting stories. So really interesting. Sounds like a great resource, except that they might be altering UFO reports. Not good, Enigma, if that's what's going on. Last but not least, from Ronnie Vernet, 2 doctors that examined the entity captured at the Varginha incident in 1996 will go public this year. Oh, guys, it's so exciting. We have direct witnesses to an alien being that are going to go public, and they're doctors, they're credible people. This could get a lot of traction. I'm super excited. It'd be obviously even better if they had pics and video, but I'll take what I can get. At least we have direct witnesses to at the time, live alien being who I suppose died under their purview, sadly. No fault of their own. But yeah, so we're going to get direct witnesses, these guys, and hopefully a lot more witnesses coming forward in the days to come. So let me know what you think about it all in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this video, big thumbs up, I sure appreciate it. Smash the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Join me on social media, Facebook and Twitter, links below. Love to see you guys there. You want to support Cosmic Road in a bigger way, grab some merch in the merch store. That'd be awesome. Or you can become a channel member. Channel members rock, and I really appreciate you guys' support. Thank you. Meanwhile, there are plenty of other videos on the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.